Hey everyone, this is Ryder from Skip. It's Thursday, May 27th. I hope you're doing well. Important video today on a number of things. First, details on the $100 million Community Navigator pilot program from the SBA. What's in it for you? Are there goodies for you? Plus EIDL grants, where are we at? We have graphed every single state's progress in terms of targeted EIDL grant approvals on our app and blog. I'll talk about that, and I'll talk about the Senate Republicans' counteroffer to Biden's $1.7 trillion infrastructure plan. They countered this morning with around $900 billion. I'll talk about that, what that means, what I think might happen there, and at the end, two important things: a new giveaway I'm going to announce, and a new grant program that is ending soon that I want to call your attention to. Thanks so much for subscribing and supporting our channel. Turn on alerts, like this video so others see it. Okay, I'm going to first start with the targeted EIDL grant data. Of course, I've been talking about this. I expect there will be a new report from the SBA either tomorrow or the next day. The things we know, the SBA has distributed only around 5% of total funding allocated for the targeted EIDL grants. It's very low. It's been a couple months, and the pace is a magnitude slower than it was a year ago. So many of you yesterday reported in the comments what you're still waiting on. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. You can do it again today if you want. If you're still waiting and you want to chime in, you can see that you're not alone. Others are in the same boat. Here's how it looks on the app. Just scroll down to find your state, and you can quickly see the last 3 weeks of approvals. We'll update this as soon as the new data is out. While I'm on the app, let me talk about our giveaway. We love reading reviews from you on the App Store and Google Play. So if you want to leave a review, just go to Hello Skip, App Store, Google Play. We are giving away Skip Plus memberships to 5 people next week, probably 5 the following week as well. For people who leave reviews, we grow completely by word of mouth, so it helps so much. Just take a screenshot once you leave the review and send it to app@helloskip.com. Of course, the app is free, but for members, we also have more grant opportunities, more funding opportunities, automatic reminders, dozens of other services, personalized support, and so much more. Okay, let me shift to the infrastructure plan. There has been back and forth for a while. Biden put together a $1.7 trillion program, a blueprint that would provide $257 billion in new money for roads, bridges, and other public works projects that would create a lot of jobs. But it's the same back and forth we always see. Just like the HEROES Act last May, when Democrats wanted, I believe it was $3 trillion in a relief package. And we know those negotiations lasted for about 6 months. That bill wasn't signed into law until December after the election. So we know a lot of those political games happened. However, Democrats do have more power now to push things through. Senate Republicans countered with a $928 billion offer today. They say that this still meets the Democrats' objectives. It covers the core stuff. Several Democrats, however, are wary of losing valuable time to act on their key priorities and are urging leaders to abandon bipartisan talks and use the fast-track budget reconciliation process. So that's kind of in the back pocket for Democrats. You know, they'll have discussions in good faith and negotiations, but at the end of the day, they can get a lot done with the budget reconciliation process to advance legislation and allowing it to pass with a simple majority, which is what they have. Meanwhile, Biden is formally introducing a $6 trillion budget tomorrow. I'll talk about that then. We have a couple other important updates I will share tomorrow. Okay, last but not least, SBA launches a $100 million Community Navigator pilot program. This has been the line item that was approved in the last package. Everyone's been wondering, what is this? How is this going to help me as an individual, as a sole proprietor, as a small business owner? You can think about it as technical assistance. So what this means is the SBA will provide funding primarily to nonprofits, other community organizations, and it will be a hub and spoke model where basically they will provide technical assistance. It has just opened up for the nonprofits to apply. Competitive grant awards will range from $1 million to $5 million for a 2-year performance period. Applicants have until June 12th, 2021 to submit their applications at grants.gov. It's a pretty involved application, and again, it's mainly for nonprofits or state and local governments. It's likely that much of this money will go to state and local governments who will then contract with nonprofits to deliver the services. That's probably what's going to happen in most cases. But here's a bit more detail that's worth sharing. What's the Community Navigator model? Under the Community Navigator approach, traditional business assistance organizations enlist trusted, culturally knowledgeable partners to conduct targeted outreach to specific sectors of the entrepreneurial community. This can take on several forms, from hiring dedicated staff to focus on these communities, or partnering with specialized community organizations and chambers of commerce via a, quote, hub and spoke model. So this is a short document, and it is very vague, but here's what they say about culturally knowledgeable staff. As SBA and its resource partners know well, completing applications for small business loans can be more significant for individuals with disabilities and or in minority, immigrant, rural, or other underserved communities, etc. So the things we know, this is basically the reason why we do this YouTube channel, why other YouTubers do this. We try to provide information, walk you through forms, walk you through applications, walk you through processes. Would love to hear what you think about that. Would you actively go to a community center to seek help, or do you just rely on YouTube channels like Skip to get information and you trust that we can help explain things to you? Now, I do understand in many cases people do want one-on-one assistance, which we offer as well to a limited extent. But I am glad to see this because I do agree with the premise that it is challenging to understand what's going on. What can I apply for? How to apply for it effectively? And there's so much uncertainty and doubt. That's the reason why many of you tune in on a daily basis to find out answers to some of these questions. So this probably won't be up and running till the fall at the earliest, since the application for the partners are open until July. I'll keep you posted there. Okay, here's a grant program I want to call your attention to because it's ending soon. As we wrap today's video, this is on our app if you want to read more, but I'll just tell you now, this is from the roundup we did earlier in the week. Okay, the Jane Walker Grant Program, $10,000 grants for women-owned businesses, is closing soon. There's a few others that are closing soon. There's also a new one from Stacy's Pita Chips as well, $10,000 grant program for women-founded businesses. But there are more as well that don't have limits. And we are listing new grants on the app later today. Just hit see new grant opportunities here. Most importantly, thank you so much for subscribing, liking this video, and supporting us. Stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.